Welcome to Turbo Overkill. We're going to find cassette tapes, detect chips, and hopefully we're going to find all of the data discs and all of them keys for them chests laying around in the level. I did look through the achievement list. I didn't see any achievement related for the data discs, but I will try my damnedest to find them as well. For your last cassette tape, once you get into the green area with loads of these test tubes, what we call them, go to the far left and go on this jump pad. As we go up, do a 180 and then do a dash over to the other side to find your cassette tape number 3. For your first collectible of mission 2, we're now going to leave the area of the site and location. You'll find the tech chip located behind this wall.
Audio fucking log number 3. It's audio fucking log.
Johnny.
Audio fucking.
So now as we drop down into the new area, or not drop down but go through the doorway, we'll be greeted by a new weapon. Once we've dealt with all the bad guys, you then want to proceed on as normal. As we get to this new location, you will find, just before we go up the steps, we'll find one of the tech chips underneath. This will be your final one for this level.
I'll come pick you up.
The biocore is a Sin's connection to the physical world. We originally used the cores to speed up the augmentation process. And now, Sin's using them to pump out whatever godless abstract madness it can imagine. Make the biocores saber.
Now welcome to level 3. Eventually you'll get to this part where you see some palm trees. Then just to the top right here you will find your next data pad here. So to go up the ramp, take a right, up the steps, and you should hopefully run directly into this one.
Good evening, fellow seekers of
And also right here there will be a weapon you can pick up as well, or ammo I should say.
Lost. I'm your host.
This one is pretty self-explanatory, so once you get the prompt on how to wall run, you will find the key located directly above you, but you have to go to the opposite end, then come back on yourself. So the crate is located in this location as well, so go back up the ramp and then run to the top part of the wall run, so you can grab your key, then come back again.
No. You keep your gimmicky metal ass away from my headquarters. Central database is worth trillions. You cripple that, you cripple the economy of every world spinning. I ain't paying you to break my toys, you understand?
Okay, so for your next cassette tape, once you get to the train area where you keep seeing the train coming from left to right, and you'll see it directly down the bottom. So once you have picked up your green key, you then want to lead to this location. So you can't really miss this location as we need to come through this area anyway. So at the very end of this segment, where we have to use all the wall runs, and eventually you should hopefully run into the switch if you don't happen to jump off to your left hand side. Once again, if you jump to the left, that's where you're meant to go, but if you just keep following the wall runs around, then you will find a switch that you can press. Now once you press this switch, this will activate your next area or the next collectible, so this will be the tech chip number 3. And now for the cassette tape number 3, we need to have an explosive on us. So luckily enough, I didn't realize I had an explosive shotgun round. So for some reason you guys do not have an explosive round, you can easily come back by a level select. So if you can't get this, then move on to the next one. Just remember you need to come back for this one. Welcome to level 4, open season. Once you start the level, you then want to go proceed through the level or go inside. As we go inside, we need to use these crates directly in front of us and then jump on that green sign you see just slightly to the right. If you do it successfully, you can grab the cassette tape. And also I just want to point out the next video clip you're about to see is almost from the last location, but I dropped down but I couldn't figure out how to get back up. So I'm just directly below, so don't get confused.
Johnny, checking in on you.
Just want to point out, please make sure you guys do the objective in this building before we leave. Welcome to Mission 5, Dead Plaza. Once you start the level, go into the next room, and then you need to use a jump pad located on the left side to find your next cassette tape.
I'm starting to think that relying on a bunch of increasingly augmented...
For your second cassette tape, once you have picked up the red key, and now head towards the red door. So once we go through, we're going to pick up the cassette tape, then come back to the area where we found the door, just so we don't get lost in this area. So you'll find the cassette tape inside the water. Just jump down and you'll find it in here. And now for your next chest and your key, the key is located in the same place as you found the cassette tape. Just thought I might make it easier by doing 2 separate runs of this area. So once we get to the end of the area, we then want to jump down into this water. If you jump down, you should hopefully see a glowing key right here. I've already picked it up and my recording messed up, so I had to re-show it again. So that's where the key is located, and the cassette is behind us. Now go into the new area. You want to drop down now and you'll find many enemies down here. Underneath the bridge, you will find your chest as well. Alright, so now we're going to move on. Once we go into the water tank area, we're going to find the tech chip number 2. So now as we leave the water tank area, we then want to go through the ceiling that has been destroyed for us. Now as we use the wall run and the jump pads, we will find the next tech chip located behind one of the jump pads or the wall runs. Or actually, no, it's not a wall run. It's just a wall behind the jump pad. There we go. And now once we have found the green key, we're now going to head back to the green door. In this new wonderful area, you will find many enemies. So once you go to the second part of this area, you will find some heavy guys around here, like really hard guys to kill. So on the right side, you can shoot this wall down, or you can shoot the entire scenery down. But on the right side, you will find the next cassette tape. Alright, so now once we have dropped down into the hole, and this would be like a very not deja vu, but very confusing area. So as we drop down, we'll be greeted by this black thing on the wall. Just shoot all the wall down. I purposely did this during the video just so you know where we're going. It looks very trippy if you don't do this. But you have to look very, very closely. Near the end of this area, you will find a piece of wall that you can destroy. Of course, everything can be destroyed that has a hole in, and yet there will be a switch. Now go back to the very starting location where we found this area, and you will find your next collectible. So this will be the tech chip. Welcome to Mission 6. Once we start the level, just head directly straight and go across the bridge. Once we hit the jump pad, we want to ignore that for now and press the switch behind you. Now this will make the jump pad go even higher to reveal your cassette tape number 1. Now data disc number 2, or sorry, number 1. As you progress up, and you will see this building in front. I don't really need to explain much because you need to come here anyway. Once you get into this area with, you see 3 palm trees, and you will find this data disc just flashing on the wall on the right.
I know that it's been a while since we last spoke.
Self-explanatory, once you have picked up the blue key, you will get ambushed by many enemies. So from here, you will need to do a grenade jump without killing yourselves.
The past. Let go of the hate and the all-consuming desire for.
Once you've done that successfully, you will find the key. Now from the key location, we're now going to proceed back as normal. So the chest should be in plain sight, so hopefully you guys shouldn't miss it, because we need to go through the doorway anyway, right next to where the blue key door is. Cassette tape number 2. Quite easy as well. Once you are in the position where you need to climb the ladder, and you'll go into this recycling area. So jump in the middle, you will clearly see the cassette tape on the, I think it's the left hand side as you come in the area, but this one's very noticeable. And now once you have done the previous area, you'll now want to find the tech chip number 1. So in this open area, it's very easy to do, just on the right side before we continue on in the middle. Now for tech chip number 2. Once we get to the location where we go outside for quite some time, and then eventually we will come back inside. Now as we come inside, drop down where the recycle is and go underneath to find the tech chip number 2.
You're experiencing Paradise Lost, the voice. We are now entering Mission 7 Rooftops. So shortly after starting the level, you will need to proceed up the ladders. As we are going up the ladders, you will find a cassette tape once we get to the very top. Okay, so once you get to this point, so this will be your last ladder that you need to climb to get to the very top. And unfortunately, we need to jump down again onto this platform.
welcome my fellow truth seekers to
And now for your next collectible. So this will be the cassette tape. Once you have eventually gone outside with your vehicle, this will take some time. Just go to the first building that you need to go to, and on the very tippity top of that building you will find a cassette tape.
Two more scramblers to go.
Johnny, it's time for your monthly check-in. Please.
All aboard the pain train, sir.
For the next collectible, so the tech chip number 2. So once you have done the undercarriage of the train, or sorry, as you're going through the undercarriage, not after you finished it, you will find a tech chip located just to the left hand side before you do the next wall run.
You need to stop Artifact Zero before it reaches it. Pick up the pace.
And now the same thing as before, so now this time once you've actually done the undercarriage of the train, you'll be then proceeded to go to the top section. Now from here, go through the only way you can. Now once you get to this location here, you won't see these flying things. So you have to do some fighting until these things spawn. So once these guys spawn, you can actually jump on top of the head and jump to the top, grab your next cassette tape. You don't actually need these, but these will actually help if you don't have specific stuff. And now to get your last collectible, so this will be the tape number or tech chip number 3. Just stay on the very top of the train and go to the very front side. Now for your cassette tape, once you have finished the train section, you will now get a cutscene. After the cutscene is played out, you then want to do a 180 and go behind where the wreckage is. And once you get behind it, you will find a doorway leading back into one of the train carts, and you will find a cassette tape here. And now for the final thing of this level, or the episode, sorry, not the level. Well, and the level. Proceed on as normal, go through the next area, there won't be no bad guys, just walk through, get your ammo and whatnot. And then eventually, if you stay to the left side, you will notice a data disc.
Johnny, I want you to know that while I've not been around to witness your growth,